want people to know about.
in Plays App token for the winner
It's going to be fun.
of the NFT wars.
Discussion.
Let's see who is going to win that. And while we are playing, we're going to speak about Plays App. What is Plays App? What is the goal of Plays App? What did they already achieve? What are their next goal? The conversation we're going to have is going to be fun. No corporate discussion. We're going to chill our projects, Plays App and Dopamine and James, if you want to present also like some other project that you have in mind, that's great. So it's no financial advice, very chill and relaxed conversation while we are having fun. Are you ready, guys? Happy, let's start doing an introduction. So,
Sure.
where do you come from? What is your background and what is
I'm a CEO and co-founder at PlayZap. I've been to gaming industry almost, I think, 16, 17 years now. I started pretty much 2006. I was the first half of my career was in India, so I was working with a couple of studios and publishers based out of India. Then I moved to work with a company called Miniclip, where I got exposure to lead large size games. So I was leading a couple of games with almost 2 million daily active users, generating about $30 million in revenue in a year. That gave me a lot of exposure to start my own companies. In 2015, I started my first venture as a co-founder called Cozy Games, which was more focused on building sports games, on mobile platform. So we acquire, IPs of Pele, which is a Brazilian footballer, Cristiano Ronaldo, David Villa, Muhammad Ali as well. So we built, a bunch of mobile titles, across the, leveraging those celebrity IPs. It was like I'm talking about 15, 16, which was only the one game which was there, built on Kim Kardashian by Glue Mobile. So we took a huge bet on building something like that. We started, pretty much as a studio model. We were profitable. We generated a couple of hits on the studio side of it, and then we pivoted into building around Web3. We found a white space because we had a lot of expertise on building games on mobile platform. Me and my co-founder worked together almost 7-8 years now in these two ventures. So we have a good chemistry of figuring out like what kind of white space that we should go for. And we found when we started in Web3 space, we found that there was not there are a few games, of course, you can play, but the fun was missing. The expertise of building a game. And we so mobile based. That give you a number. Mobile gaming right $10 billion in 2023. In which you have almost 55 to 60% of the users who play casual games on the mobile. So it's almost like a $60 billion industry. And when we see in Web3, you have very few companies who are building on mobile platform or keeping a mobile first approach. And we kept it in a way. So we wanted to build it very simple, casual based, skill based kind of games where people can have like a seamless experience of playing those games, having a Web2 experience basically, but having a layer on the top with a rewarding model, with an earning model. So that's how we conceptualize this. The plays are basically a skill-based gaming platform where we have a one unified gaming app. We have a multiple games modes. We got about 15 games, I think 15, 16 games now. We have a games range from solitaire, blackjack, 8-ball pool. We recently released a couple of games on very fun arcade games that we release on the platform as well. Gaming app, our platform is basically built around the comparative model. So you're not playing alone. Of course, you can play with a virtual currency, you can win some tokens, but the community, focused approach kicks in. And we believe that, the games has to be, if you're playing single player, like, for example, you're playing a player, you're pretty much competing against each other, competing against yourself. But when you play competitive game, you always, have a higher engagement because you want to beat the other person, right? So that's how we build it. We have a tournaments model, we have a PvP, we have a group matches. We cover pretty much all sort of comparative angle. Like think of the esports for mobile gamers, right? Who has 10, 15 minutes to play in a day. So that's how we build PlayZap gaming platform. We launched this project almost early last year. Well, it's not a good time to launch, but we knew something. We built something special, and we actually launched the project when we like 60% work done, right? And then we reached out to a couple of investors. We wanted to raise funds. We got KuCoin as a seed investor, as an incubator very early on.
So you got KuCoins that was investing in your project, correct, Abby?
Sorry, what?
You had KuCoins investing in the project also, huh?
Yes, right. So KuCoin is the first, investor. They're more like an incubator sort of because they really like the project, they believe in it. They also invested in seed round, and they also listed our token afterwards.
Great.
James from Arkmo also joined at the same time. So we got a couple of strong investors joining in the seed round. And then we opened the round for the private investors. We got about like 27, 28 investors joining our private round and followed by public round. We launched our token in April last year. So we're almost like 8-9 months old. But before we launch our token, we actually launch our product. And we become pretty much like number one game on BNB chain. We closed over like 70,000 monthly active users on the chain, and
that's good.
And we tested every single hypothesis that we wanted to test with our own token using stable token. So we know we are in the right path. We took like 4 to 5 months acquiring, testing, analyzing the data, etc. And then we launched our own token. It was very smooth because we knew we pretty much covered all the corners.
So let me do like a little break, Abby, just to get sure like I got it all right, okay?
Yeah.
So you've been in the gaming space, mobile space, previously to this project, and you had success. You managed to do an exit. And then you built a project based on the Web3 concept of decentralization and incentivization layer with a token. You managed to get like high value partners being involved in the project like KuCoin, Arcanum Capital, and so on. And you launched during a bear market, which I think it was a good idea because you were able to cut through the noise. And you became the number one game on the BSC chain, having like 70,000 users monthly playing with online transaction on the BSC chain, correct?
Yeah, active wallets. And that was before we launched the token. Right now we have about like 130, 140K monthly active users. We also moved from BSC chain to EOS EVM because we wanted to scale the product with a lower transaction fee. Fee. So I think we are about top 20 project right now and all chain put together at the moment. So we know how to acquire users. We know how to build fun games. There's also a challenge about the market size of around Web3, especially in mobile. Right now, I do see it's probably a 1 to 2 billion, and we have almost like $60-70 billion market on the Web2 side of it. The challenge is like how do we bridge, and for that we also launched, because we know that we build around 15-16 games. We launch our own platform. We continue to build more games, but to grow this aggressively, we wanted to make sure that the Web2 developers who got great games on the other side, they should join us and launch their project on PlayZap, right? Because we got pretty much everything covered from the Web3 and DeFi side of it. So that's why we launched our developer program site. They should join us and launch their project on PlayZap, right? Because we close to $1 million, across all the project, and this will encourage and motivate other Web2 developers to join Web3, by not putting a lot of time and resources and investment of figuring out how Web3 works.
Okay. Let me bring that like to simpler words, like, because like, and congrats first. So, Abby, you've been successful putting like 15 to 60 games. Basically, like you have new games coming that brings the total number of games to 20. And now, in order to increase the adoption of gaming, you created a SDK for developers to build on PlayZap and create more games. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what we did.
Yeah, that's very smart. So guys, like if you are like a developer outside or want to be a developer outside and start building your own games with an incentivization layer and an existing large user base, basically you should look at the Plays App SDK and reach out to the Plays App team to understand like how to build your game like very quickly. And if I'm right, Habi, like I just checked, you were doing an announcement that basically, even if like you are mobile first type of product, you now to understand like how to build a game like HTML5 type of and games. If I'm right, Habi, like I just checked, this type of games doing an announcement that basically directly in Telegram. Even if like you're gonna mobile first type of even larger user base through the Telegram are bringing HTML5 type of games.
Yeah, I mean, look, last year our focus was building mobile gaming app, launch few games, prove the model. This year we do believe that to grow this platform, to support the ecosystem, we have to be truly cross-platform, right? So whether it's a desktop, or Telegram, or any kind of distribution opportunity comes across, we should see if we can fit our product or not. So we launched on Google Play and Apple Store to start with. We also live on Vivo and Oppo platform, which are basically OEM third-party platforms. We are launching a desktop version of the product, which some of the games you can play on the desktop with your mouse and keypad. Some of the games will be available exclusive to mobile platform, and we also open up opportunity to distribute our games on Telegram Messenger, which is massive. Since our games are basically competitive and social focused, we have a very soft social measuring also that you and me are playing. We're just putting some tokens on the pot, and whoever wins gets the pot. So I strongly believe that Telegram will lead the social gaming part of it. It is a very seamless integration with the games, and you can share with your friends very easily. You can share in your groups. There are groups with 50,000, 100,000 people. You have a very high conversion, and we have seen some of the games that they took off, and they one of the game was doing like 15 million daily active users on Telegram. They just launched recently. So we wanted to tap that partially as well. The distribution is the key. And we wanted to tap all the organic distribution first before we spend a lot of money. We wanted to make sure that we reach out to the right platform and see where the potential is, and then we take it from there.
Okay. So let's speak quickly about the tech, because this is the part that I like the most myself. So Telegram, they have their own chain right now. If I understood correctly, okay. You are using two chains. Let's speak quickly about the tech, because this is the part that at the time it has fast transaction settlements, and that was good for the game. So. And Telegram, they have their own chain. Right now, if I understood correctly, where you are using two chains, you are using BSC, that's a token that people are going to receive today by playing the game. And guys, if you are already playing, and that was good, keep on playing. And if you want more NFT for free, follow up on the stream chat. The guys are going to give you everything you need for free for you. But the Plays App token is also hosted on the BSC chain. And you said you were on the mainnet, and then you've gone to the OP as a new chain of BSC in order to have
we're on BSC, so we're on both the chains. And we have a very simple swap inside the app. So if you want to swap from EOS to BSC, you can do it directly in the app. So
that's clear. And now if you go basically with a larger integration into Telegram, is that something to think that are you going to bridge also to the Telegram chain also?
So we draw the plan for a few phases. The phase one, we wanted to explore the Telegram mini apps. So we launched our game. It's free to play at the moment. First, we want to test how many users are playing our game, if they like it or not, how we can make it, how we can make the product better first. Once we nail this down, then we're going to go out and see opportunity for how do we integrate blockchain with the Ton chain, or how do we launch our PCP token on Ton chain, etc. So that's the phase 2, phase 3 kind of plan. But phase 1 is launching the product, testing it out, making sure there's engagement out there.
Yeah, product market fit, huh?
Yeah.
Product market fit. But then, let's say, because of the success that you already had, you kind of already know, okay, people are going to play, they're going to adopt this type of game and have fun into Telegram. Then, in this case, because Telegram, they have their own wallet, is that something to think about? You're going to also probably have a bridge or an issue on Telegram chain?
Yeah, I mean, they have their own wallet, yes. So we are still figuring it out, right? We don't have a clear path of how do we launch our token, etc. But if it's required, we're probably going to go with using their token to prove the model, like we did for the BSC in the earlier phase.
Yeah, I think it's a smart way, and like basically you can also, because you have like a lot of volume and transactions and people being involved, where you can leverage your large user base and engagement to get sure that this chain are supporting you. Like I'm thinking about Telegram, but also like Solana or Say, for example, where the settlement time is also very quick. And I believe like that based on the help and like the support that each of these chain are going to provide, you're going to decide like to switch to another one. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. So look, we are dealing with the microtransactions, right? So we are not selling NFT, worth of $500,000, right? So we are dealing with transaction like 25 cents to $5. So what is more important for us? That first is like it has to be seamless onboarding. So when users join the tournaments or they play the game, it should be faster.
Yeah.
Right? So basically, in our game, you don't see a blockchain anywhere. You just have a wallet where you can see your tokens and how to deposit, withdraw, and we keep it all the blockchain tech and everything.
That's great.
Back of the product, which user doesn't want to know, right? They want to have a good experience.
Yes.
So that's one. Second, we want to make sure the transaction fee gas fee is very, very small.
Yes.
If I'm doing a transaction of let's say 20 cents, 15 cents, joining the tournament, I cannot afford to pay 5 cents or 4 cents in the gas fee.
No, it doesn't make sense then.
So I'm going to make sure which has almost zero gas fee. I mean, we are heading towards it. There are few chains provides that as well. But that's the way to go forward. The blockchain has to be hidden. The gas fee has to be zero. That's how we can scale. And the product experience has to be more Web2 kind of versus you ask user to buy the NFT and start the game. Doesn't make any sense. First, you have to, because not the whole universe, on Web3, they don't understand. So I come from that very old school, building profitable business. So I want to make sure the product is better and then go out and do the innovation and experiment part of it.
Which totally makes sense. Now, like we are going out of a bear market, and most of the time, like gaming projects are doing much better when there is bull market. People playing much more because they're like much more happy. They have like this happy moods of everything is green around. So having already like this large user base, like most probably during the bull market, you're gonna have like a shit ton more of users coming to you guys. No, is that expected? Like, are you prepared like to scale up the team and everything?
Well, Karim, it's a very different way of seeing things. The bull market, of course, is a good event. If this happens, like whole industry will grow. But from the playing experience point, from the user perspective, who actually play and try your product, it's very different.
Tell me.
And as I said, we are not targeting to Web3 audience only. We also target Web2 audience, and they don't know about they don't care about what is the crypto market. They really want to come and have fun. They want to win some tokens, and they want to withdraw and have fun, and we're just rewarding based on their behavior. So I think we definitely did a lot of work on the both gamify and DeFi side of it. We actually saw the opportunity that a lot of tools are not available. We actually built it by ourselves. So we are definitely ready to scale. From the bull market side of it, I mean, that's very tricky to say because every day is different, right? And what we believe in is like we continue to build, we continue to ship, we continue to position ourselves as one of the leading mobile gaming Web3 platform. That's our focus. Bull and bear market will come and go. I mean, we are looking for like almost in next 3 to 5 years transition, right? How the industry is going to be after 3 years, we don't know. So we just need to, just plan for like the next 3 months, 6 months, and keep on shipping. That's what we believe in, right? Token price will go up and down. That's okay. It's of course the wealth we are creating for our investors, for the team as well. But the focus is always on the product and the platform and how do we build a good experience for the users.
Got it. Let me run an idea like through you. Like, would it make sense for you to also kind of like start partnering with like all the rest of the Web2 projects that are like on Play Store and iOS Store, and give them this SDK to actually acquire this incentivization layer. You know, they keep the game, which are very popular, but you give them like the picks and shuffle for them to actually take this incentivization layer that you already built and is battle tested. Is that something thinkable?
That's what we're trying to do. And if you see the game industry is massive, right? You have a talented
Yeah.
users, great games out there. Millions of users. You have in-app purchases happening like billions of dollars. The reason they're not moving into Web3 because one is like maybe they're not interested because they have a good business other side.
I think it's because of knowledge, man.
Yeah, they're not ready. And could be another reason, right? But every single game studio I spoke to, the larger ones, they have Web3 department. They're doing something around it, right? They're figuring it out. What we come and say, like, you got a great game, we got a great platform for Web3 setup. We did all the heavy lifting in the last 2 years. And we also come up with our own native token, which has a good validation in the market. So it's a good marriage, And I come from the background where I was building Web2 games before, so I know every single model how it works, and we are actually proposed in our developer program. We proposed how do we, let's say you have a free-to-play game, which is literally a level-based game. How do we integrate player token? How do you integrate incentive layer on top? If you have a multiplayer game, how do you do that? So we have a model for all the kind of games format. And finding out the right studio who has the right intent to build on Web3.
Yeah, that's really makes sense. Like if you are compounding like your experience plus the technology that you build, and you have like the experience of the Web3 world, but also the Web2, definitely that is a lot of value for all this Web2 gaming company. And then you are helping them like to do the step, and that's a lot of value. James, are you here? Are you still with us?
Hi, Kareem. Yes, I'm here.
So, James, just like because like we didn't give you a chance to tell us exactly what you're doing and what is Arcanum Capital, and at the end of the day, like why are you in this call? Like why are you here? Tell us everything.
Sure. So my name's James McDowell, and I'm a founding partner of Arcanum Capital. I've been investing in blockchain and Web3 since 2017. Arcanum Capital was set up with my partners in the year 2020, and we went on to raise a fund which closed oversubscribed, and we then deployed that fund into 44 portfolio companies, one of which is Dopamine, and another of which is PlaysApp.
What
Two of our portfolio companies on the call today. The fund is doing great, and really, really proud of both Dopamine and PlaysApp for their progress and the amount of users and the great communities they're building.
Thanks so much for the kind words, James. But let because like we know each other like since a long time. Like we were like also on the anti-money laundering and AML space in the past. We've been helping like banks, exchanges, and all that. So we know each other like on the corporate side. Let me ask you, if we focus on PlaysApp, like, look, I've met Abby through you, and the thing like that for me that stand out is a team like from PlaysApp, like, and basically like Abby, the experience that he has and the way like he's putting his place in his niche. Like, what were like the argument for you like to actually be willing to support the project, and also like for people that are founders that are listening to us, what are the key things that you are looking at for you actually to move toward helping them?
Yeah, good question. So we actually found PlaysApp quite late, so we were coming towards the end of deploying our first fund. I actually wish we could have invested more in PlaysApp because we absolutely loved it very, very quickly. I think we only really had one long call with Abby before we pretty much decided we wanted to invest. Obviously, we went away and did the rest of the due diligence, like look into the token economics and things. But I think one of the things that stood out to me was Abby's past experience. We had a thesis with Fund 1 that there were a lot of gaming deals that were coming across our desks. There was a lot of Web3 games, a lot of innovation happening. But our thesis was that the Web2 guys who actually specialize in building games, who had built successful games in the past, would come into the space and actually outperform a lot of the sort of shiny new Web3 game developers. And so that was our thesis. And so for the most part, we actually dodged most of the Web3 gaming deals, but we really liked guys like Abby, who were veterans in the gaming space. We loved the unique positioning of the mobile first approach. And Abby mentioned Miniclip. I mean, I grew up playing Miniclip games as a kid, and so I could relate to that immediately. And he had exit as a founder, and worked with some incredible people. So that was all green flags. I think another thing was so let me just
James, I have a question that came through my mind. Okay, like I heard Happy saying like now they have the SDK and they're going to incentivize like game developers to build. Like basically, like is that something that could be thinkable that you guys support these devs also? Like if you found like through Abby selection that they are like actually developers that are like really promising, is that something that you guys could potentially support also?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this SDK. If I go back to my notes that I took on the first call with Abby.
No notes, James. No notes. Don't make it corporate. Like let's keep the flow flowing.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to take myself back, to the day where we spoke to Abby, and what really shone. And this SDK definitely was very, very attractive because not only does PlaysApp have multiple games of its own, rather than just being one game that users can get bored with, it has lots and lots of different games. The SDK would allow, game studios to come in and build on PlaysApp. And so that showed immediate scalability to me, and showed that they had a very big vision, and they wanted to build a full ecosystem as well as just their own games. So that was very attractive. We always look for businesses that can scale and go big. And so that was good. And I think the thing I was going to say before, when my mind went blank, was that I was amazed at how much progress PlaysApp and Abby and the team had made before even speaking to investors. Like, it blew my mind. Like, a lot of founders come to us and a lot of the time they haven't built anything. And, it's an idea, maybe they have a white paper, and, because we're early stage investors. When we met Abby and PlaysApp, the games were built. I could go on and I could play the games. And I was just astonished at how good they were, considering how early in the journey.
Yeah, that's the most important, I would say. Like,
opportunity to invest in an early round with, most things built, and all we had to do was, do the Web3 part. It was a no-brainer, really, very, very attractive.
Yeah. James, you see, like this is also like a thing that we liked, and we also do like at Dopamine is like we are product first. Like we build and. Yeah, that's the most important thing. And guys, by the way, like everything that we are saying, we are cheating. You are all grown up. So there is like, it's no financial advice. Even if like some companies that are sometime in the stream decided to take this path, you guys like should always take everything from a grain of salt, because we are all partial here. We are all cheating our project and speaking good about what we do. So just to remind that to everybody. And so now I would love to have Habi like just give like two type of like guidance. Like if you are SDK developer, a game developer, and you want to use this SDK, like right now, like if I understood correctly, you guys are using Unreal. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, so if you're a game developer, if you come to us and if you want to work with us, it's a very simple process, because we are game developers by heart, so we know how difficult to build those games, how to design, how to make it fun. So we once we review the game, we're gonna come up with some ideas like how to integrate a token system where you can reward and incentivize your players, how to integrate our wallet system. We also have a wallet on the App Store. The services that collaboration to find out like how the game is functioning right now, what are the capability of the game developers, and how do we come in and amplify this. Along with the SDK and all the infrastructure and the investment I mentioned, we also have a strong community around Telegram, Discord, Twitter, etc., which they've been with us for almost like 1.5 years when we launched this. We also give a lot of exposure on these communities, right? So it's more organic growth for the project. And we know how to acquire users and what to sign up, so we can help there as well. So there are a lot of advantages. We just want to make sure that if that particular game grows, with the PGP token, our visibility also will grow along with that, and our players will have more games, playing with PGP token, right? So we don't take any revenue share from the game developers. Whatever incremental revenue they're gonna make, they're gonna keep it with themselves. We're also gonna give them brand in the form of PGP token for a few months, and after that model is working for them, then they can actually buy back the PGP token from the incremental revenue they're making on the product. So we want to make sure the model works for them before they actually take the next step. So it's win-win for both of us.
That makes sense. Like how quick, so reasonably, like a dev needs to be JavaScript aware, Unreal Engine aware a bit, and
Well, it doesn't matter. The game, either a Unity-based game or H5 game or Unreal game. Also, one more important thing, we are not also don't have intention to take their game and publish standard code. They can publish on their own code, no problem at all. Their own publishing brand, whatever they have it. What we are interested in is the game already has existing users. They have some KPIs around it, and how they can add incentivize layer on top, right? So we can have existing, we can leverage those existing users, and we can start incentivizing them. So it's basically pretty simple, in a way. But it's more collaboration, it's more close collaboration to understand how the game is being built and how we can make the design changes around it.
got it. And how quick a guy can like a single dev can start and build his own game? And do you have any rough idea when you can have like a minimum viable product using the SDK?
Yeah, I mean, we would prefer to have an existing live game which has certain users, certain KPIs to start with. That's our preference because that makes it so easier. Because in that case, we know that the developer has made good effort. They have a capability of building games, etc. But we're also keen on opening this for indie game developers who has what idea they want to build it. But we want to have a positive intention. If someone is coming just to take the investment, and we are not a venture capitalist, right? So the funds we are putting across is basically to grow the ecosystem. So we want to make sure that the developer also putting their effort and they're also investing in the product to build it. And we come in and we amplify that with our investment and all that, all the growth component we have.
Got it.
So we want to make sure it's a close collaboration. Right? We don't want to just throw the money and just acquiring the game, sake of acquiring it, or just putting on the platform, the sake of having more games. Doesn't make sense. It has to have a live audience for this game.
Just for everybody to know, like speaking about here, like should also like download it. A lot of good ratings and test it. And just, guys, another ETF have been approved, but we saw like a little bit of pullback. Do you have like any narrative, James, Abby, about that? Or are you like Abby too focused on building and you're not looking at the market like we're also doing sometimes?
You're the right person to speak about. I do care about the market. We do, of course, hear the news, etc. But I think in the long term, we're all bullish. I think that's why we're here.
Yeah, so I can weigh in on the market if you'd like, Karim. We do have to keep an eye on the overall market. Advise our portfolio companies really on when to launch and things. So I think the Bitcoin ETF news was very, very positive. But then there's been a bit of a sell-off as a result of that. I think, it was perhaps priced in where it got to the point where everyone knew that it was going to be approved.
Do you think they were like
quite significantly?
Do you think they were like also like a basis point wars between like all this ETF, like if you're a Grayscale plus a FTX, like unloading of Grayscale shares, and the fact that they have like larger basis points than a BlackRock, people just want to sell and then in order to reinvest into a BlackRock product because they have like lower fees kind of things? Or do you think like it's just like a sell the news event?
Yeah, it could have been a factor. I mean, I haven't studied the flows of capital in great detail, but yeah, there's a lot of money moving around. The thing not to forget is that this is, I think, the most successful ETF launch ever. Like, we had many billions of dollars come into Bitcoin through these products in just the first 2-3 days. And so, yeah, long term, we're definitely still bullish. If you look at the altcoins on the market right now, most of them are still in uptrends. Most of them are testing support levels. I don't really see a lot of trends being broken. So yeah, I think everything's still looking good. And we're advising companies to launch in Q1, Q2, and I think tentatively, without any big global macro black swans or world wars or anything, I think we are bullish.
Yeah.
And the bull market is back. And we're seeing a lot of disbelief in the market. We're seeing a lot of people sort of on the sidelines and not really sure whether the bull market's back or not. And that is a good sign, because that's what you always get at the start of a new bull market. You get people who aren't really sure and then they join the party quite late. So we're bullish. We're raising our second fund. We're going to be deploying that. You can follow us on Twitter to see what we're up to at Arcanum Capital. And yeah, all systems go. And yeah, we're bullish on the Web3 market for sure.
So guys, as you heard, like follow at Arcanum Capital. Follow also our friend at PlaysApp on that Twitter, like to get sure that you don't miss any news. And James, like for the people that are like a bit hesitant on the market, like since when do we know each other? Like is that 2018, 2019?
Yeah, I think 2018. Yeah, I was doing some consulting with a company that dealt with basically anti-money laundering technology
for crypto.
Blockchain analytics.
Yeah.
So and Dopamine actually have a really cool product that does that. Helps banks and institutions really dig into what's going on with crypto.
That's, you see,
transactions and red flag wallet.
I wanted to kind of bring up this subject, like for people to understand, like at the time we were meeting each other, James, we were already building like the infrastructure for banks. And most of people that still don't realize that since 2017, 2018, most of the banks in the world have been already building the infrastructure to support crypto and digital assets. It's just like it took them a bit of time to build, get regulatory approvals, but now they have everything ready and they're going to start doing advertising. So expect your own banks to actually chill you buying crypto through your e-banking, because we built that already 5 years ago. And now it's just like the advertising is coming to fruition. So I would say, like for the guy that's a bit like skeptical about where crypto is going and moving, it's just going to be like much more institutionalized. Huh? Do you agree, James?
Yeah, absolutely. It's taken a long time to get all the regulation built out. There is no global regulatory authority as well, right? So different jurisdictions move at different speeds, and so some regulators have been very open and transparent and pro-digital assets, and some of them have been very cagey and not really given much clarity, and that stifles innovation. And so you've had some countries, attract a lot of good founders and talent and entrepreneurs, and others lose them. But yeah, I definitely.
From traditional finance, which was like very cumbersome and not very efficient in terms of technological infrastructure, to something which is like far easier, cost less, and works 24/7 everywhere in the world. Let's go back quickly, like into something that I really wanted to mention, because you see, we are doing this collaboration with PlaysApp, and PlaysApp is really focused into the gaming industry and providing fun, which we are also trying to build up in our app. So we have like in the app this fun section where you have like some of the games, the NFT wars that you guys are playing right now and earning money. And we have like 4 other games, but Plays App have like already like 20 games already prepared. So as I spoke to you, Abby, I believe that we're gonna put something inside this section that if people like these games and they want to play more, probably we will put like a deep link into our own app in order to bring users to get to download Plays App and use that, but into like a very seamless manner, and I believe like it will be very interesting for these people that don't know like the potential of what you build already to discover your app and play much more, because like you are really like, I would say like far beyond like of what we are doing in terms of gaming. Even if we like what we do, I think like the quality of the game that you produced is very, very good, and that makes sense that we want to bring that to our users too. So, well, what do you think about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much. I mean, that's how it should be. We have to collaborate each other to exchange our audience and to give more discovery about our games. I loved your NFT concept, NFT battle concept, and in the first call we were pretty much on it. We didn't launch NFT in our platform because I have a different thought process on that. I want to make sure the platform is big enough to launch the NFT and these kind of assets where people can hold it and continue to play it. They are for the players, and in your in your community watching experience around it. So I think it makes sense that we can collaborate more deeper, and maybe we continue to do more tournaments where we can come up with some ideas that we can run some tournaments on your platform, and so we can able to exchange more audience.
Yes.
More focus, more Web3 educated audience, which probably lacking having a good gameplay exposure. And we have like a good gameplay and players who probably not very educated around blockchain wallets. So maybe a good marriage.
Yes. Hey guys, we can also like do like, if you have like some people that are Web3 aware, we have like different type of challenges that we can do. Like for example, like the trading. Like I can show you something quickly, where this one is powered by AI and quantitative signals. And you saw I just opened a trade and I close it just by swiping, and I just already did money like in how much seconds? Like in 5 seconds, So that is a kind of challenge that we're going to open up also. So yeah, we'll probably have, James, I would love to see you trade 125, with a demo account and see how much you get wrecked. That would be fun.
That would be funny, but it's not something I would do. I really do stay with a fund manager, perhaps who is very familiar with using algorithms to trade, or maybe you run a hedge fund. I wouldn't do it. It's not something we do.
Yeah. No, that's why.
And yeah, I know it was a joke, but
no. It's more like from. It's more like from a learning perspective, because I think like people that have been leverage trading, like they get wrecked very quickly because it's very easy to lose everything. And that's why like we build that as a demo account where you can play and learn, without engaging with real funds, because like if you do so and you don't have a clue and you don't actually see yourself being able to lose so quickly, then it's very dangerous to engage in these kind of activities. But definitely this is the kind of thing that we are thinking to do, like these kind of challenges, like where we educate people about like the different way of trading and using like that. James, is there any final notes from your side that you'd like to bring to the attention to our audience today?
I would urge everyone to support Plays App. Go on, play the games, have fun, and leave a good review, whether it's on the App Store or the Google Play Store. Have fun playing the games, help build the community, get involved, and enjoy.
Yeah, guys, download Plays app, follow Plays app, and also, most importantly, have fun. So this is what we do here. Have fun and learn about this space and what Plays app has been doing, building like the same and bringing all the same fun that you have from the Web 2 space into the Web 3 with this incentivization layer. And Habibi, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you, James, for the kind words.
So good. So
looking forward to continue working together.
that's really cool. So guys, look at Plays app, install it. We're gonna now sort out the winner of the gaming, and we're gonna send them the token that has been like generously provided by Habi, so PZP, which actually, like, Habi, I really like the PZP acronym because from my understanding and my what I see, it looks like P2P, which is basically what you're doing, player versus player kind of game.
I would have ZAP, Z-A-P as a name. It was taken by someone else, so we had to go with PGP. PGP sounds nice, I think. It goes with your tongue.
Yes, it goes very well, and it brings like from a term of branding, like you have like the Play Zap, the P from Play, the Z from Zap, and also like bring back like this P2P type of mindset where you are playing versus other players, and basically you are putting some of your token inside the pot, and the winner take all. That's correct?
Yeah. I think this resonate with that for sure.
That's really cool. Alex, did you check like the winners? Do we have everything ready? If yes, we're gonna prepare the sending. Are you here, Alex?
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool. Thanks so much, Alex. Thank you, Habi. Thank you, James. Looking forward to extend our collaboration and the integration of our two apps. And congratulations to the winner that will be announced directly into the stream. James, Habi, it was a pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having us, Karim.
It was a pleasure. Thanks so much. And Habi, I'm really looking forward to the HTML5 games into Telegram. And yeah.
It's launching today, by the way, Karim. My team told me that we're launching phase 1v1 today, and then hopefully we get some feedback after that. I'll send you the note.
Yes, send me everything that you have, and we're going to extend that to our community. So guys, we like Plays app. Look at what they're doing. Download the app. And we hope that you had fun listening to us and understanding what the project is about, and also playing NFT Wars. And thanks to Habi collaboration, you guys are going to receive $500 in PZP token. It was nice, and we are looking forward to the next section. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Sam.
Congratulations to the winners.
Thank you, guys.